Um, I'm reeling. Really missing Rambo. Um, I'm at a point now where I feel like I'm ignoring him. So, so I want to move on and I want to get back to my regular life. And but my regular life for 18 years was with Rambo being in it. Um, and the sort of the typical thing that people say, it's sort of cliche, is to say that he's watching over you. He's your guardian angel. What I worry is that he's watching me, and he's watching me with his eyes wide and his ears perked up and his mouth open, and he's panting and his tongue is out, and I'm ignoring him, almost as if I have my back to him. And I never did that, and I worry that that's what that is. I'm trying to find a way to interpret it better. The idea of him watching over me or being a guardian angel, so I can continue the process of getting back to life. Um, People have come to me about depression, and be careful you don't slide into a depression. Or I am depressed, and I'm supposed to feel this way, and it is normal to be depressed. Um, there's nothing wrong with feeling this way. You're supposed to. My mom told me, as anybody knows, she worked in mental health for 37 years. Uh, she told me this when I was probably 9, that when I got older, they're going to start diagnosing regular feelings. And they'll have pills for them. And she was 100% right, because that's what's happening right now. I'm supposed to be depressed. I'm supposed to be sad. Rambo was my best friend who was in my life for 18 years. I should be sad that he's gone. And it shouldn't be acceptable if I'm happy that he's gone. And there's nothing wrong with being sad for a couple of months, and there's nothing wrong with being sad for even longer. Depression is more when people are sad and you can't pinpoint where the sadness comes from. Therefore, they render themselves unable to cure it, to get around it, to get ahead of it. I can get ahead of this. It's just going to take more time. And that's what I'm dealing with. I don't cut corners. I'm going to go through it. I doubt I'm going to go to therapy. Um, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad choice, but there's nothing that a therapist is going to tell me or give me, or any kind of tool that they're going to offer me that's going to help me that I don't already know. Just as people are coming to me and saying, "Hey, Quinn, I'm here for you," and they have all the nicest things to say. Chin up, and you'll get past it. Grief for a bit. Try to move on, or he's there watching over you. He's there with you in spirit. I mean, everything's been said. There's nothing new. So I'm sort of tuning everything out, because at some point it's just sort of white noise. And what I miss hearing is Rambo's bark. So I'm going through it. I will continue to go through it. I know I'll come out the other side. And what I'm trying to do is find a way to ensure that I'm always celebrating Rambo. If he's watching over me, I always want him to know that I'm thinking of him. Sure, I could get a tattoo. Sure, I could, buy a gold chain and have Rambo somehow as the medallion. I'm just struggling with finding ways to constantly honor him, because every second I'm not honoring him, I feel guilty. And that's just going to have to take time. And I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to keep trying. And, I'm not, I don't cut corners. There's, pills aren't going to help. Surgeries aren't going to help. I'm going to work at it. I never had a dog before. Rambo was my first and only dog. And I worked at how to care for a dog. And I think I did pretty good with 18 years. I worked at everything else. So I'm just going to keep working at it. I just miss him. There's a part of me that feels a little selfish. There's a part of me that feels like I'm embellishing a bit, maybe even being a bit of a baby. Literally everybody has family members that die, has animal best friends that die. And maybe I'm the only one that's almost 2 months later still reeling, But I don't feel bad. I feel like this is a testimony to how much of an impact Rambo had on my life. And if he's watching over me, then I hope he understands and appreciates my emotions at this moment. And when I do get there, where I'm back to just celebrating life and enjoying things, I'm always going to try my best to take a moment and remember Rambo and continue to smile and have a good time. And that's what I'm working towards. I'm going to keep trying.